this for a sec?
Sure.
I'll let you get your stuff because we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Sorry, yes.
All right. My voice has gotten better, right? It's not puppy day. Happy St. Patrick's.
Happy St. Patrick's
All
Day.
right. I'm going to kick it off to you.
Alrighty.
Why don't you have a nice...
Any Irish out there? Anybody feeling Irish today? Woo-hoo. A little Danny boy for us this morning. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. And I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. When winters come and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead, as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me, and I shall hear those soft you tread above me, and oh, my grave will warmer, sweeter be, and you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me.
All right, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody is coming on upstairs. We got some great things happening today. All right, let's start with this song. I Claim a Blessing. If you know it, sing along. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. This is how I start the day, knowing good is on the way. I am claiming perfect health, love and laughter, friends and wealth. Oh, in the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. With conviction undeterred, and the power of the spoken word, take my life and redefine. Break the shackles of my mind. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. Yeah, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. All right. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Lift my thoughts to higher ground, knowing miracles are all around. Life is filled with opportunity. I know good is coming to me. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim it. I claim a blessing. I claim it. I claim a blessing. I claim it. I claim a blessing. Last one. I claim it. I claim a blessing. Hello, Ken.
Ken, you're muted. Ken. Rev Ken, your mic.
How's that? All right. They had to be electronically turn me off some days. So welcome to Unity San Francisco. Welcome to everybody online. Welcome to everybody here in the room. I know you're not here by accident, but by divine appointment. So I invite you to get comfortable in your seats right now, whether you're at home or here, and to allow this opening prayer to be part of starting your day. Right here and right now, we breathe into the very center of our being. We breathe into the very infinite space of our heart. Knowing that whatever has transpired before this moment, we are right now in the presence of pure being. We are in the presence of the divine, one with all that there is. And we shift from a human being with this next breath to a human presence. A presence that knows that there is more than this body, more than our name, more than our gender, and much more than our job. We have been brought to this now moment so that we may be the presence of Spirit right here on earth. And no matter what faith, no matter what religious tradition or no religious tradition we come from or practice, we have the opportunity to let our light shine and for that light to make a difference. So as we breathe into this moment, We celebrate the infinite possibility of life, the infinite healing power of love, and the joyous truth of our presence. One with the one power and one presence. We celebrate today and say thank you for this day, Spirit. I am so blessed. Thank you for this day. I am so grateful. Thank you for all that there is. And so it is. Amen. Ashe.
One power, one power, one power. There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or heaven's door. Whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. Oh. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in our hearts we're all the same. We'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, oh, what we are is love. One power is what we are. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby and the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon it's forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and
Jessica Rom. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, band. Woo. Hi. For those of you I haven't met, my name is Reverend Ken Daigle. I am the senior minister here, and this is David Montecalvo.
Yes, Chief Operating Officer here. It is so good to see you all.
Yeah, it's
a
great to
beautiful
be
Sunday.
here today. This we have named our year of influence, and we don't mean that we're social media influencers. What we mean is that each and every one of us can claim our power to be a positive force in the world, a positive change in the world. And so we claim this year is our opportunity to rise up to who we really are and what we're really here to do.
Yes, and then we know that when we rise into that for ourselves, we can also rise and help be a light and shine for other folks and change the world.
Absolutely. And there's also Women's History Month this month. How about that? Celebration for, yes, the divine feminine. Yes, absolutely. And that energy and that understanding coming into its full power in what Lynn Twist, one of our friends here, calls the Sophia century. And I love that idea of women claiming their rightful place as co-leaders of this whole planet. Unity was founded by a husband and wife team, and we have two co-founders in that balance of masculine and feminine. In this Women's History Month, we are celebrating different women in the Unity movement who have made a difference. And today, I want to talk about Emily Cady. Next slide, please. Yes. Emily Cady wrote a book back in the 1890s. She wrote a book called Lessons in Truth, and we still use it today as one of our primers. She was a homeopathic physician, and she was a trailblazer. She actually sent the first part of the story of Lessons in Truth to Charles Fillmore, one of our co-founders, and unsolicited, and he published it in what is the Unity magazine at the time. It was called Modern Thought. Modern Thought was the name of the magazine at the time, and it after got coalesced into a book. This is one of the quotes that's from the book that has always shaped my life. We do not have to beseech God any more than we have to beseech the sun to shine. God is, the sun shines. I reversed that, but the sun shines and God is. And that idea that we don't have to ask or beg or plead the divinity, spirit, for anything, it is its great pleasure to give us everything we need. It is a mind-shifting on how we approach prayer.
That's such exactly, because we know that God is not out there, that we have to ask and beg and pull, that God is within us, and we have to rise into that consciousness, right? We need that reminder. As part of this reminder to go and change the world and be influential, we have an affirmation that helps stick it in our mind to help and change the world, and it goes like this. I commit to creating a world of safety, equity, and equality. Can we know that together? I commit to creating a world of safety, equity, and equality.
And so it is.
Coming up, so we talked about the beseeching prayer. That's not what we believe at Unity. We believe in the ability to see the higher, hold the higher watch, and to stay connected with our vision of our divinity. And so we have an affirmative prayer workshop coming up on April 2nd, and it is a way in which it kind of like a really good intro on how to affirm and pray according to how Unity does. And I did this workshop last year, and prior to that time, I was always like, I don't know if I'm going to say the wrong thing. Am I asking God too much? Like whatever. And this workshop was incredibly interactive, and it was incredibly resourceful. So I highly recommend signing up for that. The link is on our website. It's in our e-blast. And if you need more information, please let me know. If you are a first-time guest, we are so grateful for you, whether if you're in the room or if you're joining us online, you're watching us on YouTube or a live stream, we are so grateful that you've chosen to spend time with Unity San Francisco. If you're here in the building, we have a special gift for you. It's out front, and if you're viewing us online, Julia is going to be dropping a link in the chat, and there's a little checkbox within that link, and let us know that it's your first time because we also have a special gift for you as well. Unity San Francisco is a 7-day-a-week ministry. It's not just on Sundays. And so we have an amazing meditation suite of opportunities for meditation to stay connected to being reminded of what our true identity is as divine beings. On Sunday mornings at 10:15 Pacific time, here in the room and online, we have a sound meditation that is led by Reverend Elizabeth, and it is a beautiful way to get relaxed and open up your heart to feel and connect with this beautiful message on Sundays. And then Monday through Friday, at noon Pacific time, there is a Zoom-only midday meditation. And then at any given time, you can go to our website, unitysf.com, unitysf.org, or YouTube, and get a meditation on demand. And so now, earlier we mentioned, Julie's dropping a link in the chat if you're viewing us online, but if you're here in the room, we have paper bulletins, and if you have not received one of our lovely ushers, raise your hand, one of our lovely ushers will bring you one. But within the bulletin, there is a spiritual connection card here. And this is incredibly important, whether it's your first time or you've been coming for decades, to fill this out. This is a way for administrative, kind of knowing, having information on the administrative side, but also Reverend Ken holds these cards and prayers throughout the week. And it's if you just need some extra prayer, you can put a prayer request on the back. Hold on to this because we're going to revisit it later in the service. If you are viewing us on Livestream or YouTube, go ahead and go to our website, because in just a moment, we're going to have a time where the physical space in the building are going to meet with folks who are online, and I invite you to stand as you are willing and able. Even if you're at home, you may feel a little weird dancing, but it will change your mood.
Community song.
And everyone here, get up and dance for our community song.
All right, looking for a miracle. You guys can sing along, stand up, dance. Let's do this.
I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible. I feel the intangible, and I see the invisible. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible, and I feel Every day I affirm there is a way, always a way. I expect a miracle. Every day I affirm there is a way, hey, always a way. I expect a miracle. Every day I affirm there is a way, always a way. Just believe and receive it. Affirm it will happen today. Hey, hey, hey. Just believe and receive it. Affirm it will happen today.
All right, everybody, it's time for meet and greet. Look to your neighbors, say hello with a handshake, a fist bump,
Hello,
a booty bump.
everybody.
Hello
Welcome.
to your neighbors.
Do we have a
Hello to
microphone
your
here, too?
neighbors.
Okay, fabulous. Hi. Great to see you all. Here we go.
I
Good to
expect
see
a
you. Hey, Mark.
miracle.
Hey, Nancy. Hey, Jane.
Hi, Emmy. Hi, Dan. Hi,
I
Noel.
expect a
Mark.
miracle.
I love that. That's the
Every
best.
day.
Jean, Judith, so good to see you. Tom, Stacy,
I
Nancy,
expect a miracle.
Lori, Joe Marie. I hope you all are having a beautiful Sunday.
I expect a miracle.
Mark, Kate left on Sunday. I don't know what's taking her so long to get home, but she's already left.
I expect a miracle.
I'm gonna come home. I swear I'm coming home. Wait, where's Mark? Where's JP?
I expect a miracle.
Oh yeah.
Every day. Thanks, guys.
Hi guys, Tom, Judith, Emmy, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. I'm the MC right now. Send Kate home. No. Sorry, we're keeping her. You can't have her back. She's so amazing. Gene, I just love seeing you.
Stroke waiting to happen.
All right, guys, we're going to have a time to chat later. Have a good one. We'll see. All right, everybody. I'm going to kick it over to Reverend Ken.
All righty. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. If you haven't had a chance to say hi to everybody yet, I invite you to join us after for hospitality, where we'll have a chance to reach out. And for those of you online, we'll have a chance to join the salon after today, a more chance to talk and to speak. So welcome. We're going to now go into our Lenten reading. In the seat in front of you, or some of the seats in front of you, there's the 40 Days, Let Go, Let God, the Lent book from Unity World Headquarters. And I am delighted. Today we're going to be reading from page 48. I'm delighted to share this with you and invite you to get comfortable and to let this message take over. So, I let go of bitterness. We ignore warning signs at our peril. The taste of bitterness is a warning sign. When the tongue senses bitterness, the brain thinks poison. An automatic reaction is to spit out what could be a bitter poison. This is true of bitter taste. But bitter emotions are sometimes savored for a while. There is no good reason for doing this. Not even righteous indignation merits retaining bitterness. Bitterness maintained means refusing to unshoulder a useless, debilitating burden. Unless we drop the burden, betterment is blocked. We feel lighter the moment we choose to let go of bitterness. No longer are we mistreating ourselves with a heavy burden we created. As with bitterness tasted, we let go of emotional bitterness by opening our thoughts to the reality that we are alone punishing ourselves by retaining what harms us. Because we hosted the bitterness, we are also authorized to evict it. The sooner, the better. An affirmation is, I let go of bitterness and I embrace possibility. Can we know that together? I let go of bitterness and I embrace possibility. Once again, Jessica Rom.
Don't be upset or mad at all. Don't feel regret or sad at all. Hey, I'm still a part of the family after all. And I'm fine. I am totally fine. I will stand on the side as you shine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. I can't move the mountains. I can't make the flowers bloom. I can't take another night alone in my room, waiting on a miracle. I can't heal what's broken. Can't control the morning rain or a hurricane. Can't keep down the unspoken, invisible pain. Always waiting on a miracle, a miracle. Always feeling alone. Always wanting for more. Like I'm outside a door, longing to shine while all of you shine. What I need is a change. What I need is a chance. All I know is I can't stay on the side, not feeling alive. It's finally time to open my eyes. I would move the mountains, make new trees and flowers grow. Someone please just let me know, where do I go? I'm waiting on a miracle, a miracle. I would heal what's broken, show myself something new, who I am inside. So what can I do? I'm sick of waiting on a miracle. So here I go. I am ready. Yes, I'm ready. I've been patient and steadfast and steady. Now I stand in the truth and affirm what I know, that I am a miracle. I can move the mountains, make new trees and flowers grow. Now I know just what to do and where to go. No more waiting on a miracle, a miracle. I can heal what's broken, show the whole world something new. This is who I am inside and what I do, because I am a miracle, a miracle. I am the miracle.
Jessica Rom. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you very much. Whew. That can't be right. Anyway. Okay, what's going on here? I'm pressing the wrong way. All right. So welcome, everybody. I'm going to let go of the slides because they're not working the way I thought they would be working. So let's take this moment to just settle for a second. I feel today there's like something bursting forth in the planet. Something is happening because it is spring, of course. It's that time of year. All of a sudden, the rain seemed to have subsided for a moment. And here in San Francisco, we feel everything going forward, springing from the ground. And at the same time, there is a lot of pain in the world, a lot of suffering, a lot of anger, war, famine, death. And so while this may be the moment that the Northern Hemisphere comes back awake and things change, what is going on the planet does not escape our gaze, does not escape our notice, and it affects us all profoundly. I titled this talk An Evolutionary Leap, because I really do feel that what is necessary in this moment, what we need, is a leap from what has been to what could be, and what is waiting, actually waiting to be birthed on the planet. And there is this profound difference between what is and what could be. And how do we inhabit that space? How do we fully step in to the spiritual authority each and every one of us has to be the change agent on the planet? No, it may be manifesting for you in your personal life. It may be manifesting in your relationships. It may be manifesting in your job. It may be manifesting in your extended family. But I believe that each and every one of us is feeling this tug, this pull to something greater. And to do that, we have to let go of the structures that have gotten us to this point. You know, when the first primordial creature crawled out of the ocean and made its way onto the land millions of years ago, they were an anomaly. Today they would be called freaks, right? And those freaks inhabited new territory. Those evolutionary leaps that take place sometimes are not welcomed. They're looked at and they're shunned and they're pushed aside. But that leap of consciousness and that leap in the physical realm, the manifest realm, is what we all need to welcome and embrace. So we have a song we sing here every year in Gay Pride Month, and it's called Fly Your Freak Flag. Fly your freak flag high, because your being, your unique expression of the divine life inside of you is what is going to make the world a better place. Pema Chodron talks about it this way: nothing ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. Are you struggling with something right now in your life that keeps reoccurring and reoccurring in your life, and you're going, oh, really? This lesson again? This lesson again? Until we wake up. Until we wake up and say, the world is acting out and the world is crazy because we are, and we haven't learned the lesson of how to make it a better place. Whether that be in our personal life, in our business life, in our spiritual life. How we, as spiritual people, right? We're all here today online and in this room because we're spiritual people. We're here for the spiritual community. We're here for the spiritual lessons. We're here for it. And yet, how many of us, myself included, deride other spiritual paths? How many of us make fun of the spiritual paths we came from, right? Jessica sang it earlier, there is only one power and one presence, right? There's one power, whatever we call it. So if we can understand that totally and let go of calling ourselves a recovering Baptist or a recovering Catholic, and let go, because in that statement is derision. Is there a put down of some other people's faith, some other people's way of being? We hear it in our politics when they talk about and banning Islam from the United States, right? It's like, that is just not who is going to succeed. The evolutionary leap will be when we can see everyone, as the divine expression they are, and not letting them be defined by anything on the outside. Anything on the outside. Because within us all is that infinite truth, that possibility. So what is it that is calling you right here in this moment? I know for me, there's been this incredible pain lately as I watch the news. Incredible pain looking at famine and starvation and death in the Mideast, in Gaza, and in Israel, and that the same old is happening. If you read the Bible carefully, I have shared this with you before, if you read the Bible carefully in the Hebrew scriptures, and it's told that the Hebrew people come out of Israel and they are promised this land by their God, by their God's chosen people, and this is the land that they're going to inherit, what we now call Israel and Palestine. But if you read the scriptures, they had to fight for it. They murdered and destroyed people's homes and villages to take it. So this story of the battle in Palestine, in Israel, and for dominance in this land has been going on for thousands of years. And have we not learned the lesson yet? Obviously not, because it keeps persisting. It keeps persisting. That war, death, destruction is never the answer. However good anger may feel in the moment, because it gives us adrenaline and gets us going and gets everybody riled up and feels so righteous. But the evolutionary leap for all of us is to understand that love is actually the answer. Love is the answer in every situation, at every moment, in every time. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. No excuses. Well, they did. Well, let's go back 2,000 years if we want to go to the they dids and what happened even before that. When are we going to take the evolutionary leap to stop blaming others for our life? When are we going to take the responsibility to stand up and say, this is who I am, and I am the miracle? I am the miracle that will stand here in this moment and know that there is something better to be had by my letting go of personal hates, personal prejudices and biases, and personal lists of what they did to me. When we can stand in truth and know that we are enough, we have enough, we do enough, we are enough, whatever anyone else does or doesn't do can't disturb our peace of mind, our stillness, and our wholeness. I long for that world, a dream of that world. And while it feels good to come here and sing the songs and listen to our band and to celebrate and to enjoy this time with all of you here at home and here in the room, there is something greater waiting to be birthed. Sometimes when things seem to be falling apart, they are in fact coming together. Right? It's listed as unknown. I think the universe wrote that. I think it should be quoted as the universe, Spirit talking to us. We get so upset when things fall apart. Jobs, marriages, situations. In my world, in the running of unity communities around the country, there's so much worry about things changing, about, oh, there are more people at home. How do we get them back into the room? Well, do we need to? I mean, those of you who are here, you've drunk the tea, you like it here. We have a great time. You've eaten the food downstairs. We do have fun here. But we are reaching more and more people through the cameras you see around the room. We are reaching people who never would have heard our message. And so what if that it's not falling apart, it's actually falling together? That Unity San Francisco is actually bigger than it's ever been because we're not defined by this little tiny piece of land in San Francisco. We are defined by the message we put out and the community we build across boundaries. Seeming boundaries, right? Across what seems to separate us. I was talking to someone in my office this week, and it reminded me of the story. Ken Wilber wrote a book in the 1970s called No Boundaries. And he talked about how boundaries are just an illusion. There's a twist of our thinking that actually what we see as a boundary, like where the shore and the sea meet, is actually where the two things interact. It's where they share ideas and share their essence. And the sand is permeated by the ocean, and the ocean constantly changes the shore. And that is the truth of the interaction. That is not a hard and fast boundary. That we are all working together, and we all affect everyone. That's why this is our year of influence. Because we are here to have an effect on the planet. And that gets dangerous because we've all, as human race, taken on this idea that we are the dominant species on the planet. Is that true? I don't know. But I do know that us not caring about the planet and us pillaging it for every resource has left us in a crisis. And perhaps this crisis, this climate crisis, is how actually things are falling together. Do you know that there are books right now being written and ideas being promulgated that we could not only solve the climate crisis but reverse it by the year 2050? That if we all decided to do it, if we all came together and did like a moonshot for the climate crisis, that we could change everything that is happening that seems to be endangering our life on the planet and shift it into a plus for us. That is an evolutionary leap that I am ready to take, that I am ready to be a part of. I am ready to stand up here and say, yes, count me in. I know it means I will have to give up some things. Growing up involves that too. We have to give up our childish behavior, well, sometimes. Staying childlike, sometimes. With my best friends, as I talked about last week, I have those moments where I get to pout, where I get to be my 5-year-old. And at the same time, what lies ahead? We're finishing up our book study this coming week of Lynn Twist's amazing book, Leading a Committed Life, right? And one of the things we need to do is commit to this evolutionary leap. The same old cannot continue, folks. And we're certainly not going back to the way things were. Right, ladies? We're not going back to the way things were, right? Right? And people of color in the room, are we going back to the way things were? Hell no. LGBTQ plus people in the room, are we going back to the way things were? Hell no. What we're doing is we're going forward, and we're creating a new heaven and a new earth right here and right now so that we can be the change agents the world so desperately needs. Lynn talks about it this way. I believe that those of us who are alive today, or alive now, young, old, male, female, are the imaginal cells that are gathering together to create the next phase of human existence. And what she's meaning about that is imaginal cells, as she's talking about the process when a caterpillar goes into a butterfly. The first thing that happens is these groups of cells, and they're literally called imaginal cells, start to pop up in the caterpillar's body. And they are not the predominant number of cells in the caterpillar's body. But these imaginal cells come together and they take control. They reach the tipping point and they take control of the caterpillar. And they turn the caterpillar from what it was into a kind of goo. And out of that goo, they break apart everything that was, and the imaginal cells build this miraculous, unexpected, beautiful butterfly out of that goo. That's where we are right now. We are in the goo of this planet's existence. We are in the goo of this planet's life, and it is time for us now to let us be one of the imaginal cells, this community and each individual within the sound of my voice, to be an imaginal cell that is waking up and saying, no, we are not going back. We are only going forward. We are going to create a world that works for everyone. No exceptions, no exclusions. We are going to create a world of peace and equality, of justice and harmony. And we are going to create a world where the money doesn't exist only with the top 1%, but that it is equally shared across all fields so that everyone can have enough to live. There is more than enough food on the planet. There are more than enough resources on the planet and in the universe. What we need to do is to distribute them differently. That doesn't mean that we have to suffer and that we are not going to be okay. We don't have to sacrifice for other people to have what they need. What we need is a totally new mindset that lets go of this idea of lack, lets go of this idea that privilege and power are the most important things in life, and understand that community, love, how we create a place of fairness and justice is the most important thing on this life. There's a Hopi saying, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We, you and I, are the ones the planet has been waiting for. Let's wake up. Let's really wake up and be that change for the planet. Let's take this to our time of meditation. I invite you to get comfortable and uncomfortable all at the same time. Because what I'm asking us to all do is not going to be done in a linear fashion. It's going to be done by taking one tiny step, one baby step at a time. But as I often say, baby steps aren't small for the baby. They are life-changing occurrences that shift the trajectory of that infant's future. What baby step can you take today to step into the wholeness that you are really here to express? The presence of spirit within you is longing to be released. So for every misstep we've taken along the way, for every wrong word and action, I invite us to forgive ourselves, to let it go, so that we can just choose again. We can choose with the wisdom of today, with the serenity of this now moment. We begin with the words I invite you to all hold in your heart and mind. I forgive me. I forgive me for not knowing better. I invite you to close your eyes and to imagine all the things that you'd like to get off your chest, out of your mind, and give way to the wholeness of your heart. So take a deep breath and let these words and this music transform you.
I'm tired of the guilt that brings me pain. Now it's time for me to let go of all of my shame, the past behind me. I see anew. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it all to be changed. Myself and the world I inhabit. I am ready to let it all go. That the things I think I love and need can shift. That the structures of this earth might need to fall apart, to fall back together. And in our humanness, we feel the pain of that, the upheaval and the chaos. Because what we do is we're going into the unknown, into a place where we don't know how to navigate with our mind. But there is a wisdom that is greater than our thinking. The wisdom of our gut, the wisdom of our heart, and the wisdom of divine mind, that place where we connect with spirit, with the universe, that knows when things are falling apart, they actually might just be falling together. So right here, in this moment and in this silence, we allow ourselves to feel whatever emotion comes up when we notice that everything is going to change. We notice right now how our breathing is as we imagine the world changing. Right here and right now, in this silence, we let spirit and that divine mind tell us what is possible for ourselves and for this earth. Now, right now is the time for us to let go of our pain. Now is the time for the planet to let go of the pain and the war. Imagine a world we no longer build bombs. Imagine that world that we have been talking about for far too long, where love reigns. And then in this moment, we forgive every misstep and embrace the infinite possibility of now.
I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
Yay. Thank you, music team. Thank you.
Wow. And so it is. What a beautiful reminder of being able to embrace who we are by forgiving ourselves and then making that step and surrendering to moving forward in life. And that's how evolution happens. Earlier in the service, we mentioned the spiritual connection card, which, as a reminder, is here in the bulletin if you're in the room. And if you're online, we've dropped a link in the chat. And on the back of the spiritual connection card is kind of the place where you get to think what resonates most for you, how you can kind of put legs to the message that we talked about today, how you can implement it into your life. And so as I read each one of these spiritual practices, think which or all of them make most sense to you for the week ahead. And if you're here in the room, we'll tear this off and you'll stick it in the offering basket in just a moment, but it's also inside the bulletin so you can take it home with you. All right. So the first is to acknowledge where we feel hopeless and stuck. It's that first step knowing when we feel that way that we can make a change. The next is to dig deep to find our reservoir of joy, love, and hope. And sometimes it's way down deep in there, but you have to keep going for it. The next is to take courageous steps into the unknown, surrendering to that. We just sang about that. And then finally, I love this one, the baby steps. Celebrate each small victory. All of these things I want to check. So we'll drop that in the basket in just a moment. So Unity San Francisco is so beautiful, vibrant. We have amazing food downstairs. We have an amazing technology to broadcast all over the world. And it's only possible because people have given of their time, their talent, and their finances. We have a number of opportunities for giving of your time and your talent through volunteering, most of which centers on we have an amazing fun holiday coming up on the 31st, Easter. And so we have a number of volunteer opportunities to get involved with. If you are here in the room, they're listed here in the bulletin. Specifically this week, on Thursday, we need some folks to come to the church and help stuff Easter eggs. We're going to be filling 500 eggs. Last year, we had an Easter egg hunt for children in the community, and we had over 200 children come for that, and that was a lot of fun. And so we need help stuffing all of those eggs so kiddos can get a beautiful message. Within the eggs, we put affirmations, we put a little bit of candy, and it's a great way to help the next generation know that this powerful unity message is there to transform their lives. And you'll see other opportunities for volunteering as well. The giving of the treasure, money, we have a number of ways in which you can give, and we're so grateful for you giving of that. You can use your phone to scan the QR code up here. If you're online, you can go to unitysf.com, and there's a donate button. You can also give checks and cash using the envelopes in the seat backs in front of you. If you're writing a check, just as a reminder, please write out Unity San Francisco. The bank has told me that we need to be more specific with our name. So, and then with that, as we give, as the ushers are coming in place, we have an affirmation. It goes, I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. We can know this together. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. And so it is.
Yeah. And with that, we have the chant, right? The offering chant. It's I am one. I'm sure some of you know this. Let's do this. Yeah. Oh, hey. 5, 6. Hey, guys. 5, 6, 7. I am one with the universe and all living things. I am one. I am spirit from which all life springs. One power, one presence, active as me. I am one in and of everything. I am one with the universe and all living things. I am one. I am spirit from which all life springs. One power, one presence, active as me. I am one in and of everything. I am one with the universe and all living things. I am one. I am spirit from which all life springs. One power, one presence, active as me. I am one in and of everything.
Yay! So we have a bunch of new kids. So this is Jessica's little girl. Hi. I haven't seen her in a while. And this is Kate's nephew and niece. Hi. So we have an affirmation for all the world's children, especially the ones right now who aren't as safe and secure as the ones we get to hold right here and right now. Right? But we know that they and these children are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see them and we love them exactly the way they are. Can we all know this together? You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. And so it is. They are making shamrocks and rainbows downstairs. Ooh. So I'm going to let them go back and do that. Ready? Let's play the same music to play off. Ready? 5, 6. There we go. Thanks, guys.
Yay.
So we have a big Easter service Sunday coming up on March 31st. Easter is very early this year. We have a 9 o'clock service, a meditation service with Reverend Elizabeth and myself. We have our normal 11 o'clock celebration service. Get here early if you want a seat. Last year we had 119 people crammed into this room for that service. And then at 1:30 in the afternoon, we're having an Easter egg hunt in the park across the street for all the kids. So bring your nieces, nephews, grandchildren, and children for a wonderful time here on Easter.
We're excited about that. 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership is a book study that is coming up in April, and Reverend Ken's going to be leading that. And it's very practical ways in which you can kind of take leadership to the next level, both in your life and then, maybe professional, vocationally. And it's a great way to look at the world a little differently.
We, as a board of trustees here, have been studying the book, and it is so in alignment with Unity teachings, but it's written as a secular business book for the business world. And it's astonishing how much in line it is that where the universe and where the whole world needs to go to create this new earth we're talking about, this new way of being. So join us for the book study.
And then on March 24th, a couple weeks ago, Reverend Ken did a fantastic Ask the Minister session where people got to bring their spiritual questions, and he answered so eloquently, wonderfully. We are continuing that next week, and as kind of a deeper dive, this will be after church service at 1:30, in person and online. And it's also be an opportunity to meet, for people who are here in the room, to meet folks online and to connect, and because we just want to make this a inclusive, community building opportunity.
So it will be hybrid. It'll be after the hospitality downstairs, like David just said, and we'll be together here around that screen and around the camera, so we're going to get to have a deeper dive. Great. And spiritual connection groups are happening Cindy, are you knitting today? Knitting happens today downstairs. Check out your bulletin. Check out the website for all the spiritual connection groups. Today is the Knitting as Spiritual Practice group. And our prayer chaplains will be here for prayer after the service in the sanctuary and online. If you have a prayer request, please put it in the chat box right now. Julia's dropping it in. You can send a prayer request there, and you can pray with a prayer chaplain in person. Online Spiritual Salon is also happening.
And that's a discussion group in which people online from all over the world connect and get to talk deeper about the lesson, about what's inspiring to them. So we invite you to stay for that.
Thank you to everybody who made today's service possible. Now we're ready to close with a closing song. So I invite you in the room to stand up one more time and sing with us. And if you are at home, please stand up and dance with us. This is again Lenny Kravitz. We're closing with Lenny Kravitz this week. Let's take it away, guys.
We are once again in our face. Why haven't we learned from our past? Here at the crossroads of our human race, facing the shadows we cast. We want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, and we want it last. We want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it, yes we want it. We want it to last. Peace in the actions and peace, everlasting for peace. There are things we must do. Peace we inhabit when we know we have it. It's thriving within me and you. Peace in my actions bring peace, everlasting for peace. There are things we must do. It's thriving within me and you. We're on the eve of destruction, my friends. But we're about to go too far. Politicians think war is the way. Yeah, come on. We know that love has the power. All right. We want peace, we want it. Yes, we want peace, we want it. Yes, we want peace, and we want it fast. We want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it to last. Peace in my actions bring peace, everlasting for peace. There are things we must do. Peace we inhabit when we know we have it. It's thriving within me and you. Guitar solo.
Now it's time for our spiritual practices. That's Luke Schwartz on guitar. Luke Schwartz on guitar. Our spiritual practices, I'll say these once and I invite you to affirm them after me. I acknowledge where I feel hopeless and stuck.
I acknowledge where I feel hopeless and stuck.
I dig deep to find my reservoir of joy, love, and hope.
I dig deep to find my reservoir of joy, love, and hope.
I take courageous steps into the unknown.
I take courageous steps into the unknown.
And I celebrate each small victory.
And I celebrate each small victory.
And so it is.
And so it is. So it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let there be peace on earth, my friends, and let it begin right now. Let there be peace on earth, my friends. Let's make this a solemn vow. We want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it, yes we want peace.
want it, yes, we want peace, we want it, yes, we want peace, we want it. There we go. We want peace, we want it, yes, we want peace, we want it, yes, we want peace, and we to last. All right, thanks
Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you to everybody who made this possible. Thanks to our band and our music teams. Woo!
Come join us in the spiritual line, everybody. Hey, you guys. How are we doing down there? We want it. We want peace and we want it back. We want it. It's so great to have you guys. How are we doing? Let's see. We got Emmy, Dan, Noel, Stacy, Jean, Mark, Nancy, LD. It's great to see you guys. It's great to see you all.